this is really talking about how we create opportunities for communication. So, you know, I think our children do benefit from a space to talk about feelings, talk about COVID, talk about schools, talk about pressures. It seems independent of COVID, the amount of pressure from schools and from society generally to perform is just increasing, and is at toxic levels now. Parents aren't always in the best position. Someone mentioned a teenage son at home. Parents aren't always best positioned to be able to have these conversations, but I just wanted to have a think. It's very small writing on this slide. If you can see some of the ideas, really, just to give you, you know, encouragement, really, that you can do things to increase that communication, and you can have that role. And I got here just a reminder. Barry Mason, who's was a great systemic thinker. He uses this equation for change, and he says, if you commit to experiment with doing things differently, and if you repeat that over time, then you can get that change. And I think that's been really important over COVID, isn't it? That we've had to do things differently. And some of the different things that people, you know, I've heard that people have found really useful is establishing sort of routines where they might be alongside their young person. You know, they might sit down and play a game with them, or they might go for a walk with them, or watch a horror movie together, and do that regularly, and use that time for that sort of opening up discussions, rather than that sort of, as you all know, that sort of face-to-face chance to talk. It's often not the best way. Using active listening. Actually, you know, someone said about the exhaustion, not being able to sort of be attentive to their young people, and really sort of, again, setting that in your mind, that trying to protect that time where you can tune into what they might be experiencing, think of them, and active listening. I'm going to leave these other things because they're things everybody is doing, yeah. I'm sure already, and we're running out of time.
And I just want to add, you know, yeah. the main point is, you know your children best. You know, you do know your children best. So, you know, you will have the tools and the skills to kind of engage your children already. These are just ideas that you can try when it is getting difficult. And another point I want to make is that, you know, the schools are recognizing the increased need for pastoral support and such. So, and the school will have loads of resources as well. So please do try to speak to the schools and ask them for support if needed. So the last point to kind of just make before we finish is that, you know, whilst it can be kind of easy to kind of look at everything in the context, and it is important to do so, it's really important not to ignore the signs that something more serious may be going on for some young people. So some of the signs that, you know, you should seek additional mental health support for a young person might include the following. I mean, it's there in terms of significant change in mood that's persistent, change in weight if they're kind of persistently tired or lethargic, you know, anger in terms of, you know, angry outbursts that just seem out of character, or whether your child's kind of behaving secretive, or you notice self-harming behaviors. The rest of the slides are just kind of resources and places that you can go to get more support if needed, and other things that you can try.